Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to this small open session on more like a career planning for you specifically on QA, automation testing, and so on. So before I get started, I wanted to make sure that you know for sure that I'm going to kick this PPT out. I don't want to work with a PowerPoint, especially because it's not something, this is not a salesy presentation. This is more like a brainstorming. I want to be able to analyze what you go through, what you feel, and how can we at IT Learn position ourselves to be able to handle everything for you accordingly. All right. So, in fact, uh, earlier this morning, what I did is I went to meet with a client and I started with my typical PowerPoint. I had about 10 slides. And the minute I opened the PowerPoint, the first thing I said, you know what? For a formality, I'm going to run through a few of these slides to give you an overview. But let me not put hold there. We will talk offline. So I went through the PowerPoint in about 3-4 minutes quickly. Then I moved my system away, got a white paper. Then we started discussing things very openly. So what I mean to say is the fact that I want it to be interactive. I want you to talk more to me than me trying to talk everything. And I will give you an option through polls to be able to give me some responses, please. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, team, is I will create a Google Doc, and that way, whatever we discuss today, we're going to put it in there. So this do Google Doc, I'll just call it as, and this is something like a combination session. This is not like one session specifically for something. So what is all that we're going to talk? We're going to talk about your QA as a career in a very brief sense. Then we'll talk about UFT, Selenium, and most Master of Software Testing, the orientation for those programs briefly. And we will talk about how can we help you at IT Learn. Okay, that is the simple agenda, team. This is the agenda of what we're going to do today. All right. Now, before I get started with the remaining things, I want to launch a couple of polls for you. So let me see, select a poll. There you go. This is important, team, for you to participate and be able to respond back. So that way I'm able to quickly look at who I'm talking with, what kind of a position you are in, and give and hear a lot of thoughts from your end. All right. I don't want it to be just one way. So I've got about 14%, 20% votes in. I'll request everyone to please spend 2 seconds and answer this. All right. So this is telling me what kind of an audience I have. So please go ahead and do that. All right, great. About 60% votes, 70. So team, almost there. I'm giving another 10, 15 seconds to everyone. So far, it is almost like 32% yes and about 68% not yet. I should have put another third option called never, but then I was scared how many numbers I may get there. Not that I expect it to be there, but just the fact that even 1%, I'll feel, hey, you know what? Why? Why don't you want to join? I don't boast about IT Learn as a service or product. I know there are a lot of areas that we're still growing, we're still catching up. We still don't have the best website to look at. We still don't have a lot of things. But one thing that I can confidently feel is that the quality of our videos has been strong. And there we've got good reviews. And the quality of learning, what I teach, how I teach. So that I'm happy about. The core substance is good. That's the regular feedback again, team, not something that I really talk as a marketing. All right, great. So about 31%, I got 82% votes, 31% yes, and about 68%, 69% no, not yet, rather. All right, great. So I know who it is. So, and team, just to let you know that I thank this 31% who are here, who have brought me this far in my career line with IT Learn. I also thank the 69% who are here, who are my inspiration and my future in terms of the fact that there are so many people who are still interested to come and join me. I don't believe I've given a proper introduction about myself so far to many of you, and I think this is a good opportunity to do that. I'm going to quickly talk about me very briefly. All right. Most of you probably are aware. My name is Karthik. I am a computer science engineer. I have been working in the IT for 16 years. So, what in IT? I started as a programmer, became a tester, then became a sales guy. What do I mean by sales guy? I started getting into the client side of things and I started talking to the client about what do you need, how can we from an IT department service you. And then the story started getting into really understanding the client needs and seeing where we're lacking in development, testing, overall IT execution as a delivery model. And then I became an account manager. I started handling large accounts, and then client relationship manager or client partner. So I've started partnering very closely with global clients, and I started understanding how can we continue to do better in that role of mine. So I've been with IT Learn as a my baby child of training and so on for the last 5 years, team. And I'm glad over 16,000 students have enrolled so far in various courses, and that is a great thing. From an achievement standpoint, I feel very glad about it. Now, what I continue to do is try and build up a career plan a lot onto IT. Despite all of these things, team, there are three things that I still very closely keep to my heart. And I'm talking about all of this because I want to talk to you about your QA career, how we develop it, how do we go on, make sure that you are in the right direction there. One of the biggest things that I try and do always is I am an explorer. I am never someone who's getting afraid of trying new things, and not being open minded is not what I am. I continuously give an effort to saying that, you know what, let's try this. Be it a new sport, be it a new place, be it a new program, and so on. That is how I've explored so many things. And when I like something, I keep going. The second thing is I always ask, what can you teach me today? What do I mean by that? Everyone I meet, everything I see, I look at a lesson to learn. What is it that I can talk about? I think I have to hide the results. So far, you've been only seeing the results. Sorry about that, team. Um Now, all of you can see the screen, right? All right, great, thanks. So, I have been thinking about what can I learn today, what is new, and so on. The third thing is how to follow, rather pursue, I would say. your passion. There are two things, team. Simple, very simple. One is your job, your family, and so on, where you are supposed to be there, supposed to be doing things. Specifically from a career standpoint, you're supposed to be working to earn. But there are other things like passion, could be music, movies, books, surfing, riding the bike, or anything. Sometimes, as you keep on trying new things, as you try and learn from what's happening every day around you, you will realize new passions. All right. And I have realized new passions that I've created with teaching, with talking, with being able to inspire people, motivate people, and be able to take all of this through my career of IT and combine this into IT Learn Goal. All right. I want you to also be able to identify what are those things that you really stand for, what are those things that you want to work with, and so on. All right. Now, let me give one more poll, team. There are a lot of polls. There are about 7 or 8 polls that are coming to you. I want you to talk to me because this will help me understand much. Okay, there you go. So here is another poll. I want to understand your career situation. I think there's a spell error there. Where are you in your current overall job search, be it or career? Where are you going? What are you doing? So on. This will help me to identify what is my audience, where are they right now. Most of them, you won't believe, team, so far I've got 0% who said working and happy with your role currently, and that is fine. That is absolutely fine. The reason it is fine is because of the fact that um, what did I want to say is because if you're already satisfied, why are you even here? Probably just to hear me, or just to see what I'm doing, or what the session can teach me new, which is great. But so far 68%, 70% votes, team. Another 10 seconds, please fill it up. This is going to help you. All these polls that we will do is going to help you at the end of the day. All right, so 80%, 85% votes are in team. I'm also gonna try and take screenshots, because what happens with these polls is that while the polls are being done, it doesn't show up on the video, and I want it to also show up on the video, so I'm taking a screenshot also. All right, team, so I'm going to close the poll. There are about 84% votes there. I will also put this out here, share the results. All of you are able to see the results right now. In the meanwhile, I'm going to insert an image from my desktop, which I just took a screenshot of. There you go. And that way, that image is here. All right, there you go. So 3% are saying working and happy with what you're doing right now. 44% is saying that working in QA. That's great. So I have a good amount of QA working crowd, and you're trying to look for a better opportunity, better growth. So, and the 31% are searching actively for a QA job. So that says that most of you are in the market trying to do, and 22% need to start search. So about 50%, 53% of you are not yet in the job that you're dreaming for. And that is the reason I wanted to talk to you. If you remember the first email that I sent, I said your name plus QTP plus Selenium equals $60 per hour in 60 days. So I want to talk about something in that line, and we will talk about how we get there. Let me hide these results and continue to work out here. All right. What is the next poll? That can be interesting. After this poll, I should be able to talk about the programs that we have done. All right. This poll is, and then I will talk. I will not put too much stress on your brain anymore, because I know taking a poll it's not tough questions. You already know. It's a quick answer from your side. All right. This poll is very simple. What is stopping you from getting to that goal? For example, 44% of you are saying that you're still working in QA, you have a good job, but you're looking for something better. Absolutely. But do we have a timeline to it? Do we know that in 6 months I'm going to do it? 1 year I'm going to get there? 2 years I'm going to get there? Are we able to dream of an ideal day at work, saying that this is my dream job, this is what I want to go? Primarily, uh, the fact that sometime we have to achieve it, right? How long will we keep on trying it? In fact, I love trying, because only when you try dozen things, one thing works well, and you keep going in the direction. All right, team, 62%. I'll request everyone else to quickly do it. It's not a big thing. The question is very simple. What is stopping you from getting there? The first one is you need a major boost in confidence, or you need an automation tool skill. That is what the market is saying. Or you need project experience and references. You may need to start from ground because right now you believe that there's a long way for you to go, or there's too much competition. And if you see, there are multiple choice questions. You could be choosing more than one option, team. All right, 77% voted. I'm going to request the few more 23% complete it, at least 10 of you, 10% of you, then we'll get going. Come on, team. Let's complete the poll and move on to the next one. So I'm talking about what were the answer choices there? All right, team, about 80% there. So I'm going to quickly take a screenshot and I'm going to close this poll. Can I get it to 80%, please? Okay, there you go. Close poll. Share results. Now, so while you look at what others have mentioned, all right, and what you have chosen, I'm going to put that in here so you all can see it in the video as well. I've not yet given this document a specific name, but we will. All right, so 25% of you are saying that you need a major boost in confidence. I'm going to write these things down, all right? So we're talking about confidence. 66% is saying automation tool. I'll just say tool. Some specific skill that the market requires, and that's big. See, the tool skill, you all know it, and even I am not even having to tell you, and you can see what others are believing as well, team. Most of the people believe in it. And do you know why the percentage, when you add it up, is more than 100 out here? Experience. Okay, we're going to talk about experience. Long way, all right, to start and go on. Then we have competition. I'm glad that most of you are not worried about competition, but not with an intent to lower your confidence level. I will still talk about why is it important for you to understand how is your competition. All right, so we'll talk about this. So confidence, team, what is confidence? Let me ask you something, and I know I don't have a poll for it. What is it that you think you are confident about? And think about why you've built a confidence on that specific area. Were you born confident on anything? For example, you were not even confident on how to eat, how to walk, how to talk. How did we do it? We took our baby steps. The more we are confident about certain things, are you even worried about walking? If you are fortunately have no other issues in your health, why? Because you've done it all your life and you're absolutely confident. How confident were you of driving before you started doing it? So now what's the level of confidence and why is it? It is all depending on practice. But how do you get to practice? You have to start somewhere, and that is where you practice, and you have to keep going at it. But I will tell you, team, sometimes it helps to have a guide and it helps to have a team around you with the same goal. That is how you can really truly build extreme amount of confidence. If I keep showing you every time, oh, this is easy, and you don't feel it easy, and you don't have a set of people to talk to and find out that how are they doing it, that becomes a problem. All right, tool. Understood. There's nothing much I need to really say about it because I understand. But why is tool needed? I keep asking this question. Why is tool needed? Because you have one QA job, all right? Manual testing. There are 40 to 50 resumes or applicants. So how will we choose? Everyone is saying they're good in QA. I'll say, okay, now do anyone have specific domain knowledge? Do anyone have specific tool knowledge? And so on. You cannot build a domain knowledge that easily, team. What is a domain knowledge? Functional knowledge. For example, if you have to get into a job to work at a bank, how will I know that you'll be good as a teller or you'll be good at talking to customers about loan? Unless you yourself know how the loan process works, how you have to do the teller things and all that. You build the knowledge by working on it. So domain knowledge, you typically gain it by working on a team. So once you get into a job, you build the domain. So if you don't have domain, tool, or specific certifications or degree, then what will happen? You have to focus at that time and build one of it. And tool and certifications are something that you can do very easily. And that is the reason. So to get even shortlisted for a call, you need to have the tools on your resume. Try and put just a manual testing resume in the market and see, team, how many calls you'll get. Now try and look at some of my videos that I've shown to talk about automation, frameworks, descriptive programming, VB scripting, QTP, Selenium, WebDriver, a bunch of keywords into it as part of whatever you've learned itself, and then see how many calls you get. There is going to be a significant difference. At even despite having all the confidence, all the domain and tool skills and all that, if you don't have experience, all right, if you have zero experience, or if you have a small experience, who is really gonna call you, team? Why will a company really take any kind of a why will they invest onto you? And this is the second biggest thing. 36% of you believe that you need project experience and references to put on your resume. This is the reason we have created live project environment at IT Learn, and this has gone significantly in the right direction. All right. So all the participants have loved it, they've appreciated it, and they know what kind of an experience it is giving. Not just hands-on experience that will also give you the confidence and develop you further on the tool, but also an experience that you're able to put it on your resume and take it forward. That is what these live projects are all about, team. Live projects is not me coming on and teaching. Live projects are where I give a project to you, I give you a specific plan, you are divided into teams. Typically there are about 60 to 70 people in it. You are divided into teams of about 10 people each. Each of you as a team execute the project. As you're executing the project, you come up every alternate day and present it to me, my technical panel, like Manoj and Vishal and so on, and the rest of the team members in the other team, rest of the teams, and show how you're doing. You are practicing on your project, you are executing the project, and you're talking on the project. When you talk on your project, you are building. So when you talk about your project, what are you doing, team? When I ask you to talk about your project and explain how you have done this, what is it that you're doing? You are conducting yourself a mock interview and also seeing how others are doing, and you get a great assessment to know where you're weak, good, bad, and so on, and be able to improve. Right? That is what the live project does, team. So for IT Learn, for the last, only this year we've started the live projects. We've done only trainings earlier. Once we've introduced the live project, the amount of success rate and the feedbacks that we've got from the participants has been significant. All right. So we strongly believe in it, and we believe that you have to go. So when you have a long way to go, team, I understand all of us have a long way to go. But then you have to take your first step. Very simple. Just take your first step. And if you don't like it, you always know it for sure. You know it for yourself that you're going to drop out. But if you don't take the first step, what is it that you're going to do? Here's my biggest regret in the life, team, is that, and I don't have a regret about it because I've not done that. If I don't try something, if I don't give it an attempt, that is when I'll regret. If I don't try to learn something new, if I don't try to get into a new line of business, if I don't try and do something different for my family, if I don't give an attempt, I will regret that. Why didn't I do it at that time? In fact, even today, I remember, team, I used to always believe that why didn't I get into an IIT? Why didn't I try for it? I never tried for it. I know probably I could have got it depending on what I've done locally at a state level. But that's a regret. I should have done it. I should have done it then. And at times, I feel that I didn't do it because I didn't get the right push. I didn't get the right audience. I didn't get the right guide. So that is what I want you to be able to assess, team. Today, there are about, how many people are there? There are about 140 participants in this session right now. And each of you can see what the other is going through in terms of the answers. Okay. So take your first step. Have a guide to motivate and push you always. And I'm not talking me as a guide team. All right, I am absolutely a guide as well, but the other team members that you'll work with in the live projects and so on are your guides too, because they will keep pushing you. They will keep saying, hey, come on, Karthik, do it, do it, do it. And that's when you'll get more and more inspirations. All right, let's talk about the easiest one, team: competition. What is competition? What do you need to do? I'll ask you a question, team. All right, do you need to be the best, or do you need to be better? Let me ask you, how many of you know this question about the tiger in the jungle story? I'm not sure how many of you, but let me ask the question, then I'll know. There were two people walking in the jungle, just strolling, happily walking, singing, and so on. Two friends. A tiger is approaching them from behind, and then one friend starts to run. The other friend bends down and starts to tie the shoelace. Why? Number one, they're not good friends because one ran away, the other is having a different, better intent. Why are they doing that? How many of you have heard this story? I'm sure it's an old story. Most of you probably heard. Team, I'm waiting for the answer. And why is the distribution more than 100%? Someone is asking me, why is it that this is more than 100%? Because there are more than one answers. So if you answer for need automation tool and this, it'll come up as two out here, right? All right. No one knows the answer? The answer is very simple, team. You don't have to run away from the tiger. You just have to run faster than your friend. What will happen once the tiger catches the friend? You are at least saved, right? It's not going to continue to hunt you. That is the reason. All right. So what that means is, for a competition, you don't have to be best. All right. You only have to be better. You don't have to be best, but you have to be better. And I'll tell you, team. For example, all right, I went for a conference the other day to San Diego. I was in a couple of days. I was there in San Diego, and while I was at the conference, when we started the conference, all right, I had a feeling that brilliant guys. These guys, it's a small business conference. These guys must be doing rocking. They look smart. They dress smart. They talk smart. They must be doing $1 million businesses and plus and so on. Very successful. By the end of the day, I had so much confidence about myself. I'm not saying from a different angle. It's a very simple thing. We underestimate ourselves a lot. We don't know what we are capable of, and this is something underestimate ourselves. This is one of the things that really is killing us. All right, we don't know the potential to which we can do. Only when I go in and look at how others are doing, sometimes I feel good about myself. Of course, I've come up with a tons of learning, and my team is going crazy right now, just because why did I even go to the conference? Now they have 1,000 more things to do and so on. All right, we are underestimating ourselves. We don't know our potential. All I'm saying is, when if you look at your competition, 90% of your competition is primarily people who have recently got a job permit, all right, or who is moving from a non-IT industry into IT, or is just passed out from college and is looking at a career move, and so on. All right. So QA has become an entry point for so many people. So your competition is not that tough. You just have to do the right tool, get the right experience, put the resume, build a little confidence, get hands on, and you're done. And to do that, I know for sure there are two tools that really help you, team. One is HP Unified Functional Testing, rather QTP, which is the new name is UFT, and the next is Selenium. Now, what do I mean that these are the tools? Are they easy? Of course they are. For me. But for you, not yet, not necessarily. But ask anyone who's been taking the training for the last 2-3 months recently, and ask them the same question and see what it is. They will definitely feel the difference in that. All right. So I want you to experience it. I want you to be able to understand and put a plan together to get there. All right. Now, let me quickly do this. What did I want to do? It's a fear and low confidence that makes us feel that way. I agree. And that's where I think it becomes very important for you to be able to, organize ourselves and go on. And team, sometimes if you have fear, start your journey with a few set of friends, people around you. And this live project is so beautiful, it does that. I divide you into teams and then you go about executing it. Where is that live project that we were recently doing? Was it QTP live project? No. QA live project, right? Manoj, I think you're there. Let me make sure that the contacts are not visible on this because I don't want other contacts to be visible. Yeah, so I'll just hide contacts. Hide. Contacts. Okay. There you go. So here is the QA Live project that we did recently. And there were about 42 people in it, 41 people in it. And each of them have been creating a lot of stuff. They've been coming up with information and they've been talking about what and how they want to do, how they've done. And at the end of it, they've made some friends and they've really seen how they're going about executing things and getting a good shape to things. All right. So I would strongly recommend you to find that team where you are able to do combined study, combined project work. That will put everything together for you and make it easier. So long way we're talking about, all right, find a group or a team to make it easy. This is what will really help you. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't get a chance to conduct these sessions very often. So when I have these sessions, that's when I can do this kind of orientation and try and inspire you to take that. Okay, great. So let me ask you this, but before I do that, let me ask you this question. Quick poll. Don't take long time, team. Are you with me or lost? I just want to know if you're there, you're listening. Am I getting into your mind? I'm trying to do something and so on. See, the other day I told you, right, I was in San Diego and this is just fresh memories. I'm just talking about these experiences. There was this sales guy who was doing all the talk. And the minute we came in, he said, first lose your fear, lose your uh, questioning power. Don't think about is it correct or not and so on. Just listen, be a good listener. He was trying, at the end he was selling something and that concept didn't really go well for me. I'm fine. He did a brilliant job, he did a great job, but just the fact that at the end of everything there was sales and that didn't go well for me. Unfortunately, that is what I'm going to be doing today also, but I'm not going to sell you. I'm not going to come back behind you. We've never done that at IT. I want you to be aware. I want you to make conscious decisions, and I'll tell you why. The thing that has hurt me most in terms of review has been this. So I'm going to close this poll and share this result. 99% we are here. 1% yay only. I'm not seeing, so cannot answer. Oh, okay. I think that 1% is probably someone is unable to see my screen. I'm sorry about that, team. I'm sorry about that. So I really cannot. I couldn't do much about it. So I don't know why, because there are 140 plus participants, 145. They all are able to see. What are you saying? Yeah, the biggest regret I have, team, when someone calls me and says that Karthik, I'm not able to watch a video. Karthik, something is not available, or team, something is not available. No problem. We'll fix you. We'll fix it. We'll help you out. No problem on that. But if someone calls and says, Karthik, I made a bad decision. Why didn't you market yourself earlier? Why didn't you sell? I did a wrong choice. I went somewhere else. Now I've wasted time, money, and everything, and I've done. I'm not saying I'm the best. There are a lot of good trainings, but there are 95% of them are bad in terms of your experience. It is not big enough for them to care. For me, this is big. In all honesty, I've become very, very rich just because of all of you. You've done that to me. And this is big. I can't let it go wasted or down by giving poor quality in trainings or feedbacks or anything. Where does my business come? My business comes from referrals. My students come from watching YouTube videos, and that's primarily it. Nowhere else. All right. YouTube and referrals. That's exactly how things work for me right now. Yes, I'm trying and making an effort right now to reach everyone and try and give that message. But just the fact, in fact, I should have put that poll also here, is that review hurts me. Then I think that's not good. One short story, team. I'm giving a lot of stories. I'm talking about my experiences, but I rarely get this. So listen to me, please. Since 99% are here, I was told you, right? I was to work as a client partner and so on. So there was this PMO office, program management office. So basically, they decide on which programs to go, which projects to develop, which businesses to business teams to cater to, which vendors, IT vendors, like all these IT organizations to give the business to. I was already with the customer. They already saw what we were doing. So when they get a new proposal, they will give it to me, and they will give it to 5 or 6 other competitors, and I'll be the guy who will be the least in terms of sales. So this guy asked me, Karthik, why are you not selling it hard? Why are you not pushing it hard from your end? I said, Phil, why do I need to do it? You know how we work. You see the numbers. I don't want to get into a price negotiation point, but then you see how we work. Our work talks about it. He convinced me that day, saying that, Karthik, you're not doing justice to us as a client by not selling, because I'm not the only one there. There are many other people. We all know you're doing good, but there's someone else selling it harder, be it from a price standpoint or saying we will do this also, we will do this also, and so on. And they're trying to beat you, though they know that from a service standpoint they might not. And that stuck me, team. And I've got back into the same cycle again. So now I've decided that I have to reach out to more people. I don't even have to sell. I just have to market. I just have to get our videos there. People watch it. They know how the delivery is and how the overall program is. And then once you have the confidence, we can go forward. All right, team. I know there are questions coming in. I will give you one link. Any questions that you have, questions, comments, and all that, you can put it here. Can you please put it there? This is the one. There is a good question and answer section that you will see not only your questions and answers, you will see thousands of other questions from other members. So if you put your question here, I will be able to give you a good answer. Okay. All right. So meanwhile, I have to, okay, sorry, I put it on chat. I'm going to hide this results, share results. Okay. And I'm going to put that result also here. Any questions that you have, please visit this specific page where you also registered for this webinar. And out here, you can go ahead and try and make sure that you enter it out here, please. IT Learn Live, ask your questions here. So put your question and your name. It'll come up here. I will refresh in a couple of minutes, and then I will take up your answer. Okay, I'll answer you there. All right, team. So that's done. Hide results. So in this page, you'll feel the form, see the form and the questions, so you can see publicly what others are saying, and that'll be good. Okay. Now, here is the thing. I have put everything together, team. All right. The brief schedule is something like this, and it is changing sometimes, because what happens is, for example, I'm currently doing the QTP training, and I'll be doing the live project as soon as I finish it. But the training is getting extended a little bit longer because we got one good application that is we're struggling to automate. Every day the team is saying that Karthik is trying. One thing is working and the other thing is breaking. Successfully, only yesterday, we've come to one kind of a solution. And that is what happens in real life. It is not that I come prepared and say that, you know what, I've done this application, I will only do this application. I will challenge myself. I will say I will try something new, and I'll take a new application, and that's what keeps me interesting, and I feel very happy when I do these sessions. All right. So the schedule sometimes moves around, team. Holidays come up in between, the schedule comes up. Sometimes I'm sick or traveling. So I'm giving a rough schedule. All right, a rough schedule. And all the questions that you have, which is not being answered here so far, we will go through those also. Rough schedule is around December 15th to 20th. We will start QTP live project. We're all going to be given one project and work with it. What if you have not attended the training and you suddenly have to get into a live project? Unfortunately, there is no other way. However, I can give you about 15 videos to watch from the current live training, and you should be ready for it, for the project. What is the alternate? Alternate is wait for 3 to 4 months when the other one starts, or alternate source. This is if you want to get into the project. I'm not asking you to go, team. I want you to be conscious, take the right decision which is right for you. Okay. I know sometimes you have to, my schedule is there. So either you're able to join the schedule or you're having to join something in the future. So it is your priority. what is stopping you from getting there? That's going to be the next question. So if you are serious about it, I'm sure if you take 1 week, spend about 2-3 hours a day, you'll be able to finish those 15-hour videos, and you'll get to the level which the team is currently and be able to get into the live project. May not be that you will be a master at it yet, but it'll give you an opportunity, and then you repeat it for free next time as you want. The other advantages will make learning Selenium now easy, because a lot of things are common in terms of approach, scripting, automation, same basic programming, same basic concept. You will get the feel of it and it will be easy for you to go on. So that is the QTP Live project. I'm starting a new master of software testing. I don't know how many of you are aware of this course, but I'll make sure that all of you get the orientation videos and all that for these courses. So you'll go with it. It is a combo course of lot of essential things needed to get into QA arena. So if you're not yet in the QA area, then if you're not yet in the job, you're struggling to get a job and you're planning to get a job, then this is the course for you. If you're already working as a QA professional in some kind of a uh, uh, company right now, then you don't need to get into master software testing course. You can simply take the QTP Live project or Selenium training and project to do that. Okay, so this is starting first week of Jan and will go on for almost about 2 to 3 months team, or a little longer. Sometimes it can go up to 3 months because we have to cover so many things. Now as part of that, you will see that we'll start with manual testing and so on and so on and so on. There's so many things that will happen. Then we have Selenium with Java and WebDriver. This will be between mid to end of Jan. Actually, more of mid of Jan, not even end of Jan. Mid of Jan, we will be starting with Selenium. So that's the schedule, team. I just wanted to quickly leave it there. I will not spend even more time than this. And it will take about 2 weeks, and then 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, followed by live project again for 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. So I wanted to ask these questions because I want you to be able to realize it. I want you to be able to tell me what it is. There's another screenshot. Let me insert that. And I have 1 or 2 more polls, I guess. Even that I wanted to put it up there. 638. I think this is the one. Did I miss anything else? I don't know. All right, great. So let's see. Okay, this is the one with are you all here? So 99% were here. I was happy about it. Great. So team, quick question. This is important, team. With the right plan, focus, and your determination to do things, when is it that you're planning to get into the next stage of your dream? You've already answered the earlier question. All of you remember? You said, when I asked you, are you happy in what you're doing? 3%. Very good. Congratulations. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration for everyone else of us, including me, to get there. All right, working in QA, but you're still looking for something better. 44%. So majority of you are here. So for you, you need a timeline for it. Just give it yourself. You don't even have to be right or wrong. But if you don't think about it, even write it, mention it somewhere for once. When will you be able to get to it? Okay. And then we talked about what you need. We talked about, are you with me or not? We had something else in between as a poll, but let's see. I got only 55% votes, team. That's not great. It's not encouraging. 60%. Please quickly close it. Let's move on. It took almost 1 minute. Let it get to at least 70-75%, and then I would love to. So far, 25% saying 7 days. That is aggressive, team. But that also means that you are very, very active in the market and getting. How many of you are aware of the new Obama policy that is coming up? You know, right? So suddenly you'll see that many people in US, from India, from South Asia, from China, and all of these places have work visas all of a sudden. They have EADs to work. And then you will see the amount of flooding that will happen to, especially to QA industry. And that is the reason I need you to be aggressive. 43% of you have said 1 month. 28% have said 2 months and 5 months and so on. So team, I'm closing it. I hope everyone have completed it. So don't take too long. Only 5% of you are saying 6 months. So you don't really want to wait that long to get into your goal zone, right? That's the intent that you put in. All right, done. So I'm going to close this, sorry, and share the results with you. And what I'm going to do is put it up here. So if that is what it is, what is really stopping you from going there? Think about it. All right, think about it. When will you decide? When will you get to it and do it? The reason I put this is not because I'm saying that, hey, this is the good time for me to get you into the system. More in terms of, where is that? Okay, this is the one. Yeah, I'm going to cut this and take it to the bottom. More with an intent that my schedule is fixed. I cannot change the schedule. I cannot wait any longer. So you have to join that journey. So you'll complete QTP now. We will complete Selenium in Jan and Feb. You will, in the meanwhile, start getting the access to the other courses like how to make a resume, how to do certain things, and so on. All of this will keep happening to you. So it is for you to really take a decision and make sure that you come and go in the right direction. All right, team. So what else? There are questions and so on. Let me quickly answer those questions, see what questions have come up. All of you have got the link. I've put it in chat. Any questions, please put it out here. It will help me to answer it directly so that everyone else also can see what questions are coming up. All right, let's see. So there are a bunch of questions and answers and interaction that's been happening for a while. Oh, no questions. Only one question has come here, team. My manager has asked me to pick performance goals for 2015. Perfect. Right timing in terms of your appraisal cycle and so on, right? I chose to put one technical goal by working on automation or on our UI application. I want to do it using Selenium. How do I achieve my goal? Very good. The way to achieve your goal is not going overboard. In the sense, if you try and do everything, all of you can see, right, the screen? Yeah. So I'm taking your questions from there. Please take your questions and put it in there for me. All right. Any question that you have, please put it in this form. I'll put it again in chat so that you all get the link. There is a small form there. Put your question there, not in GoToMeeting. Put it on this URL. I will answer it. So Hima, what you should do is you should start with a simple project, a prototype, like a level 1 automation. It may be with IDE, but IDE is not really respected. Do it with IDE, then convert it into WebDriver and put it as part of your Eclipse platform with Java or whatever program you want and run them. Do it for about 10-15 test cases. That is your stage 1. If you try and go to a framework level immediately, you'll take so long that you'll not be able to deliver anything. It is better to deliver something which is more simpler. And that's the other thing I believe, team. Keep it stupid simple always. Something simpler, something that people are able to see as an end product, not something complex that is never getting finished. All right. So try and do that. Now, from a learning perspective, I can only tell this team because I have not seen a better tutorials anywhere out there right now. So go to the Selenium training videos. You'll see a bunch of videos there. There are over 150 videos that you'll have access to. Pick any one fast track. Don't go to anything else because it's time sensitive. Any one fast track from the recent batches and watch it end to end. That's it. Watch the videos like a movie. Keep a notebook on the side and start taking notes. And then take another one and start implementing it for your application. Take one batch, watch it like a movie. Take the other batch, implement it for your project. That's it. All right. It sounds simple, but I don't want to sound complex as well because it is as simple as I said. It is only a matter of you sitting down and starting to do it. Then it'll all happen. All right. All right, great, team. Any other questions? Please feel free to put it out here. I would love to answer them. Without having complete knowledge in QTP, if we take QTP Live project, can we understand it properly? Perfect. Good question, Shalini. Thank you. What will happen is you have two choices. As I said, let me go back here again to the document itself. You can watch the 15 videos that I'm going to point to you, and you should be in a position at least 80% to the level of the people who have attended the live training itself and be able to participate in the project. You're not going to be way off. If you don't watch the 15 videos, then it'll be a problem. All right. Alternate is to wait for 3 to 4 months. Or you have to look at some other provider who's giving you that live project experience. The reason is we're going to take something, we're going to create something, you're going to put it on your resume. And getting that on your resume is a big thing. That is the main reason I'm trying to force you guys to get into it, because I cannot do this for the next 3 to 4 months. It is for you to participate, involve into. That is the reason. And of course, you will get access to the tutorials. You'll have all of those as well. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next question. Team, questions, please, on the website. I'm taking it from here. Are there any in-house projects that we can work on? Do you recruit the people who are part of live project? So Apna, from a paid project perspective, I don't have anything that is currently available. As soon as I get, be it for QA on air or any other thing, I'm immediately able to source something, or we are losing it, or we're getting it done as part of this live project. So we have projects that you can take and show your involvement, that you've done this, you've been working on it, and so on. But I don't have any projects where I can recruit you. I continuously get, daily we get requirements for across the United States. If you have the right skill, because we already have so many people in the database, we keep calling them, contacting them, and trying to fulfill for their side. Let me also take a few of the earlier answers, because I know the team did answer recently, but I'm going to make sure that I've gone through some of this. Selenium orientation session, okay, 12-1, something like from here. Okay, let's go from here. Does backend testing have good career? I think backend testing is a very good career line. However, if you look at a QA team, let's say 25 people, there might be only 2 or 3 people who are just doing backend testing. Other people may know backend testing, but you are doing functional testing. So it's got lesser scope if you're only focused on that. You should add that as an additional skill, not just by itself. Chaudhary, that's for you. That's the answer. I like to register for most batch 4 orientation, blah, blah, blah. James, I hope you're here. Yeah, my team has already registered you. That's good. Thank you. I'm having 5 years of experience in manual testing, but now I want to upgrade myself by doing automation courses. I've seen your QTP video that was very good. Want to learn more. Okay, Ashwin. So good. So welcome on board whenever you're ready. I have a silly question. HPLM or QC is the same name? Is the same or they're different? The same, just a different name. Quality Center is now Application Lifecycle Management Tool. Like HP has changed QTP from Quick Test Professional. It is now calling it as UFT, Unified Functional Testing. Just a rename. And of course, it's an advanced version. Yes. Do you have morning classes for QTP? Devika, my schedule is very simple. I have evening US time. That's what I do. It's, if you're in India, it's morning. If you're in the US, it's evening. UK, Australia, unfortunately, it's little odd times. And for anyone else, you can look at your time. Orientation project link. I'm existing IT member for Selenium, but I'm still interested in attending this training. How much would this training cost me? So I don't know, Preeti, which one, but you can talk about. I don't know why they said $50. I don't know which course. So you can email the team and they will tell you. Nitin, BSc Food Technology Management. I have no idea about software. Could you please guide me? So sure, Nitin, for you, what you should do is, I'll show you one video. How to get a QA job. No. Non-IT to software testing, a career migration guide. Do you see this? I'm going to copy this and I will put it on the chat. I will have my team put the same thing for you. Watch this video. How you can move or migrate from a non-IT field into software testing. I want you to watch that, please. My name is Padmaja. I know the Selenium WebDriver, but I did have any experience on live project. So yes, we already spoke about live project. I want to learn Selenium, but I feel that I need to learn Java first. Do you think if I join the Selenium class, I will learn the tools without any prior knowledge? Russell, very simple. I'm not sure if you're in the session, but the training will start at the beginning level and take you through all that you need. I'm not going to skip Java. Java will be part of the training. All right. So whatever Java you need to learn for Selenium automation, you will get it. It is not going to be like a developer and it's not going to be that complex, but to that extent, yes. All right. Let's see what else. My manager has asked me to pick performance goals. Okay, this I've covered. So let's me refresh team. If there are any questions, I'm only handling it from here. Manoj, if you think there are questions that I missed out, I will take it from there also. I know my team is also attending this session. Okay, there you go. Now I have bunch of questions. Okay, let's see. Where do I start from now? Wow. Okay. All right, let's see team. Karthik, can I have your number for job reference? Not my number, you'll get my team number and you'll get the team email. They will contact us through it and they will go in, because there'll be different project leads for each team, and then we will give the name and number of the team lead who's going to be doing it. The QTP Selenium WebDriver training session have different prices. QTP Selenium and WebDriver. If yes, can you please give me clear idea? I have white box tester. I want to learn Selenium with Java WebDriver. All right, team. Very simple. I know a lot of people had this question on pricing. That's why I'm kind of opening first time a pricing page in a live session, because I typically don't close it. I want you to take the decision and go to the pricing page and do it. But very simple, team. Everything starts with the videos. Okay, that is the base. Okay, your 1 year video access is $350. If you want to also attend live, you pay $50 additional. Okay, if you also want to participate in the projects exercise, it is $125 additional, so it will become $525. Now, when you do this combination, then automatically you'll get the discount because of 15%, I believe. As you go over 500, it calculates it. If you only want to participate in project videos, it's 75. If you want to renew any of these things for the next year, it's $75. That is how it is. Okay, so 350 is the basic starting package for you. Then you want to attend live, $50 more. Live project is 145. So overall, I think at the max you'll spend about 460 or something for the first year, and then yearly renewal from there on is $75. All right. So hopefully I've answered that question there. Let's see. Isn't it going to confuse us if we learn QTP and Selenium simultaneously? Not at all. Number one, you're not learning it simultaneously. We'll learn it one after the other. Okay. If you learn them both same day, then it's a problem. Or together. We are going one after the other. It's absolutely fine. In fact, if you learn one tool, the other tool will become much, much easier for you, because it's the same programming technique, same thing. Everything is so similar. Just different UI, different concept, little changes in the coding structure. And trust me on a team, it's so simple once you learn one tool to learn the other. Without basic knowledge, isn't it difficult to learn Java and Selenium? Forget about Sandhya. Just don't worry about it. I'm telling you for a fact, because I've been doing it for thousands of students. It is not. Simplest thing, start watching my free videos, see if you are able to get a good idea, and that will tell you. All right, I don't even have to worry about it. Okay. Hi again, Sandhya. You have to take that plunge into it. You have to trust one of the good trainers who is available and go with it. And I'm sure you'll be able to close it. Hi Karthik. What does the most course cover? Is it all manual, QTP, and Selenium WebDriver? Most has a bunch of programs. It has got manual testing. It has got database testing. It has got MS Office, HTML, HP Quality Center, Jira, Bugzilla, Selenium, QTP, training on how to manage yourself at for your job placements, placement assistance, and so on. So a bunch of things come as part of master software testing. It's a combination course of many things together put into one good session for you. What concepts of Java do I need to learn to use Selenium WebDriver? um, Primary core Java, Sneha, that's where you start with core Java programming, how to write your main class, how to write your, not main class, but basic class itself, and how the different conditions, if loops, for loops, all of these things work. How can you interact with by creating different classes, methods, and so on. So main core Java is enough, and in fact, there is a good session on Java tutorials are there. That's more than enough for you to take that individually as well, not as to buy. It's not available individual to buy, but as part of the training itself. All right, team. Let's see. I've been teaching C Sharp, very good, or sorry, C++. Have good knowledge of SQL, ASP, VBScript.NET, but all into teaching. What do you suggest in QA for me? SQL, ASP, VBScript. I would suggest it would be easy for you to learn Selenium or QTP. If given a choice between Selenium and QTP, Selenium is probably 10% more complicated. Only 10%, nothing more than that, than QTP. But you can start with Selenium if given a choice. You can choose one of the tools and go for it, Sunena. Which automation tool is more in demand nowadays, Selenium or QTP? Selenium for sure. QTP still has a good control in the market, but Selenium has more demand, and there are other tools also coming up. But for now, Selenium is the leader. You mentioned that you will be giving 15 videos to watch for QTP as a prerequisite for the upcoming QTP. Are these videos non-accessible by non-premium members? Yes, Sunita. All these videos are only accessible for premium members. Nothing is there except for the ones on YouTube that is accessible for the others. Does age matter in finding a job in QA market? Because I'm finding hard to find a job in India. Nayam, I'm not sure, but I can feel your pain. I will suggest you to go to and watch the same video in terms of non-IT to software testing, a career migration guide. If you have a good command on one tool, you will get a job. I can guarantee you that. But yes, you need some hands-on practice, you need some experience, and you need to build the confidence. And then you will definitely get a job if you add one specific tool to your skill set. Age is definitely sometimes becomes important because, but you can show it as a contrary in terms of your energy, in terms of your passion to do things, and your skill itself. For Selenium, mid-Jan is too long. Is it possible to start on December mid, or do I have any videos to go through with premium account? So, Prasanna, the way it works is very simple. The day you join, within 24 hours, you'll get a welcome pack. Welcome pack will give you access to all the videos right away. What people do typically is they never wait for my live training. They always take the videos and they buy it without even anything, and they start watching it. Once they watch the videos, then they know, is it even needed for them to attend the live webinar or not. In fact, 50 to 60% of people don't even come to the live because they're already learned whatever they want through the videos, and that's good enough for them. All right. Very few people want, see, for example, live, I get about 45, 50 people joining. But videos, I will get over 200, 300 people joining automatically every month. So it is not really needed for you to be part of live. You can start with videos, and then if you still want to, then you can get to live. All right, team, there are a few more questions, and I still have to refresh and see what else has come. But want to spend about 5-10 minutes more to be able to do it. But before that, team, I want to make sure that I have a few polls answered. I really need this because this is very important. I want you to give me what is your opinion. This is important for me. All right. And this is something that I want everyone to be able to gauge. Four options. What is your like O meter for IT learn? For example, you like it, you love it, you hate it, or who are you? Who are you is primarily you don't even have any clue. You just happen to receive an email and so on. And I know a lot of people, uh, there could be an extreme thing, there could be a good thing, bad thing, but I just want to get a feel of it thing. Please, I request everyone to participate in it and vote with your honesty. And this is something that will help me to really gauge. And this is also will help the others gauge what is coming in a very, very open manner. I don't want to keep anything hidden there. This is an open poll. Everyone can see the results at the end of it. Team 60%. I'm waiting for a little bit more, few more responses, and then we can close this poll. It's going to be a surprise for everyone what will come up. It's just, not a surprise for me at least, but and not necessarily surprise for everyone. I'm sure you probably will expect it around the same. All right, team, can I close it? It's about 71% votes. I am hoping that that's about it. Let me quickly take a screenshot also so the people who are watching this at the video also are able to see it. All right. All right, team. Poll closed, results shared. And there you go. That's kind of the big litmus test for me out here in terms of what happens. No, not this. This, I have to get the image and put it up here. There you go. All right, team. I'm very happy. Thank you so much. 35%. In fact, 96% of you either like or love us, and that's a great feeling. Really appreciate, really respect that a lot. Thank you so much for all the support and confidence that you put in us. We are dependent on you. We have a whole bunch of good big team. We're growing team. We are very, very hungry to do more and more and be, get more of you happy into it. 1% haters. I, I want you to do me a favor, please, sincerely. Okay, I have a feedback form that I put up. I don't even want to know who you are, but I want to know why. All right. Let me quickly search for that. Actually, you know what? I have to first feedback form. IT Learn subscriber feedback form. There you go. Form. Go to live form. I just started this a couple of days ago and I wanted everyone to be able to fill this up. So anyone who has a feedback, I really want you to take a minute and be able to fill this form up. Just 3 questions. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? How can we do better? And for the participant who's hating us, it is very important for me to really understand why. What is it that we can do? So I request you, please put it up there so that we know. And 3%, who are you? I understand that you're not aware. You're joining us for the first time. Thank you so much for giving us a chance. Hopefully, we are doing justice from the session. It may not be exactly what you planned, but it's an orientation session. All right, team. So, last few questions I'm going to take, and thank you so much once again for the feedback. Amazing. Very happy to know, and will be very happy to continue to improve. So, continue to provide your feedback. I've put the feedback form there. You can take your time, couple of minutes after the session is done, and provide it there, please. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Who did I answer last? Wow, there are so many. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. MCA. I think I've done it till Sirisha. I've completed my MCA 2006. I did not get an opportunity to work at all, and I've taken a course in Java as back then, but I am not sure where I stand. So my suggestion is, what would you suggest? Which course? My question: should I take once I make up my mind, most, or QTP? I am not asking a silly question. No, you're not, Sirisha. You're fine. Since you've done MCA and you are not from an IT, you're not yet working in IT. So very simple. Here is my answer to that question. Okay, I asked one of the questions here. Remember, who are you? Are you working in QN happy, or you're working QN looking, or you're searching? If you are in the bottom two categories where you're searching for a job, then go for the system. If you're already working in a full-time job, then only choose QTP or Selenium. Very simple. Okay, Sirisha? So you should know which category you are in. You're working or not working. Not working, go for most. If you're working, just take QTP or Selenium. Because even if you go for most, you'll still do the QTP live project now. And you'll do the Selenium later. And you'll do everything else also. What is the schedule like? Daily, twice, thrice a week? Shaky schedule keeps changing and keeps evolving as we go along. Future of manual mobile. I forgot. Mobile application testing, big thing. How did I forget? Is also included in that. And in fact, we just completed a mobile app testing project. That was a brilliant project, big one. What is the job process? Selenium with VBScript or go for Java? Very simple, team. Go to your dice.com or monster.com and search for it. Find out what are the jobs there. So let's say you're looking at, okay, let's say Selenium, and let's say you're looking at in Dallas, Texas. Okay, just saying. Okay, Dallas, Texas, and you're looking for Selenium. Let's see how many jobs are there. What? Oh no, why did it come? Okay, Dallas. Come on, this is buggy. Dallas, Texas. Okay, selected. There you go. There are 66 jobs currently active for that specific location. Sorry guys, give me 1 minute. I know, and my battery also is almost about to die. It's not a big challenge, but so that's the best way for you to look into it. Let me move on. And any questions that I'm not getting a chance to answer, I will definitely have my team respond to it later point. But let's see. Future for manual mobile tester, lot of opportunities. Okay, so if you go and look at and mobile application testing and all that in the same way, there is big potential. Since I've just completed mobile, now we're doing QTP Selenium, and then we'll go back to mobile again. How many days of training would that be? It's mentioned that if it's from 15 December to 4th Jan, about 2 weeks. It may go a little beyond 4th Jan, team. Honestly, it may go until 10th or 14th of Jan. Live project is not including training, so you have to watch the videos if you've not already done that, Uma. I'm trying to get a job after 2 years gap. I have experience of 6.5 years in testing. Very good. Still, my resume is not getting shortlisted because your resume is not getting shortlisted, Savi, because you don't have the right keywords. You should have proper, strong keywords. And for you to do that, you have to go through this program of job placement training. Do you see this? All right. So if you watch job placement training under the videos, that is where you'll get the guidance of how to create the power resume. Make sure you have the right strength in it. Where are you placing? How are you doing it? All of that is covered in it. Go into Q, but I'm currently role. I'll not be able to use it. How can I can still be active without getting out of focus and use it as a career? So happens a lot of time, teams, and I'll tell you why. You learn QTP today or Selenium tomorrow, and then you get into a good job, a new job, and you'll be surprised that you're not going to be using it. 2 3 years you'll be working some other tool, something else. You've not touched QTP or Selenium. Then once again you want to go back, you have to refresh it. There's no question about it. So the primary reason, please understand things. Unfortunately, the primary reason you're trying to learn these tools is to get into your career growth, get into your job, or grow in your job and get better job opportunities. It is not because you love to. I'm sure you love to work on it. Selenium and QTP are such very, very interesting tools, but you may not work on it, unfortunately. It is for you to get there. Even if you don't work on it, don't be disheartened. You will get your opportunities as you go along. I don't have any IT background, so I'm going to come back to you, Vinya. It's a long question, but what I will do is you can go through that video, the free events that I was talking about. All right, if you navigate here, you will see non-IT to software testing, a career migration guide. This will help you, team. Taking training live and doing a live project. What is the difference? Training live is I am teaching you. Live project is you're telling me how you've learned, how you're executing a project. That is the difference. So you're going to work with the team. You're going to do the project. You're going to come back to me and say that this is how we're doing. This is what we're doing. And I'll give you the feedback. Say, you know what? You're not doing good. And trust me, team, the live project is not a cakewalk. You will rarely hear me giving good compliments. I will give good also, but I will give very, very, very critical comments. I will really go deep and I'll say, you know what? This is not the way you give projects. This is not the way you do presentation. This is not the way you write documents. This is not the way you write the code. I will be very critical on my comments because I believe very strongly that that is the area you need improvement. You do it, you'll get into it. But since it's a project, we are doing it